Hey everyone, welcome to another review. My name is Ahmed, and if you're looking for a unique and cool case for your iPad, well, you're in luck because today we are going to review the Moshi Versacover, which I have backwards. There we go. I've had this case for a while now, so I hope to discuss the following aspects about my experience with the case. And feel free to use the timestamps in the description below to jump around the video if you'd like. And like always, everything in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. So, well, let's get started. Alright, let's get started and talk about the design of the Moshi Versacover case. So there are two main parts to this case. There is this leather front, which actually wraps around to the backside here, and you have the plastic shell, which covers the entire backside of the iPad as well as the edges here and here. So looking at the front cover here, we can see that on the other side, it's lined with microfiber, and that's to clean the screen and keep it free of residue while the iPad is closed. You can also notice that you have these folds here, and these we're going to cover a little more later, but they're going to help you fold the Moshi Versacover case into the various orientations, including landscape, portrait, etc. You can also see that there are magnets embedded into the front cover. So when you open the flap, the iPad turns on, and when you close the flap, the iPad turns off. And there are also magnets into this side flap here, which wraps around to the back and latches onto this large magnet here. Now the magnets are strong enough for you to actually put your iPad up on the fridge if for whatever reason that's something you want to do. I guess it's useful if you're cooking or following along with a new recipe. And the flap also provides some space so that you can keep your Apple Pencil latched to the side of your iPad charging while the iPad is closed or while you're using the case in the various orientations. And also you have the cutouts. You have the charging port here, cutouts for the speaker grills, and also on the other side here, cutouts for the speaker grills and two holes for the microphone. And that's it for the design of the case. It goes for about $90 Canadian on the Simply website, or you can get it straight from the Moshi website, but you may have to pay a little extra for international shipping if you live in Canada. Strong suit of this case is definitely its functionality. The 3 different viewing angles is what separates this case from the 2 viewing angle cases that saturate the market. From seeing my friends trying to use the Versacover, I can say that correctly folding the case is probably the biggest learning curve. People see all these folds and tend to overcomplicate the process. There really is one way to fold this case, regardless of the orientation you want to put it in. So let's go over that now. So what you do is you open up the case here, and you'll notice that you'll have 2 dots. So one here and one here. So that actually marks the location of the magnets in this front cover here. Now what you do is you take this fold right here, this one right here, and you bend it inwards, and these 2 dots should meet, they should touch, just like so. So you kind of sort of have this pyramid sort of shape on your iPad, and that's really all you need to do to fold this case. From then on, you can prop up the iPad into typing mode. So you got to make sure that this flap is like this, and that the pyramid is upside down, or you can put it into portrait mode. So this is for like viewing or reading. That's what I find is best for portrait mode. I usually read textbooks or have any sort of like reference material open while I'm working on my computer. And finally, you can put it into landscape mode. So landscape mode, you have the pyramid kind of just like flat like that. And this is great for watching Netflix or any sort of shows. entertainment on your desk, or I usually just put this on my knee, which is a personal favorite thing to do of mine. And you can also use this sort of position if you're using your iPad as an external monitor using Sidecar. When unfolding the case, I would advise placing the case down on a desk before attempting to separate the two dots, just like so. Multiple times I've tried to do it in the air and I end up getting one of the corners of the case pop off just like this. I will say though, this case does attract a lot of attention from anyone passing by. I've had numerous people sort of kind of just marvel at the case or straight up ask me what the heck I'm using. So the main reason anyone gets a case in the first place is to protect the valuable investment that is their iPad. Now, the Moshi cover says that it features a shock absorbing frame. Now, I've had the fortunate experience of never dropping my iPad above 5 feet. So I've had my iPad on my desk or on my bed, and occasionally it falls, but in those cases, the case did very well. The case remained intact, and most importantly, so did the iPad. Now, unfortunately, at this moment in time, I don't have the funds to test this case on the military level, but I'd say if your iPad spends most of its time on your desk or in your bag while you're traveling, this case will definitely do a good job. The final thing I want to talk about is the durability of the case. So as I mentioned before, this actually isn't my first Moshi Versacover. I had one on my old 9.7 inch iPad, and I just bought a new one for my 12.9 inch iPad. Now, the last one lasted me about 4 years, after which the layers on the front cover, so the leather and the microfiber, started coming essentially loose and apart, and the microfiber cloth actually on the inside started getting dirty. But I notice now with this Moshi Versacover that it comes with a 10-year global warranty, and it comes with explicit instructions inside the packaging about how to clean that microfiber lining if it does get dirty. So hopefully those two will solve the issues I had before. The only other thing about this case that I will mention as a drawback is the microfiber lining does seem to leave a little bit of sort of streaks on the screen, and I'm not really sure why. All in all, I'd say this is a solid case. I mean, I liked it so much that I got a second one. The functionality serves me great on my day-to-day needs, and the protection is also good whenever I'm working at school or at home. Now, if you don't really care about the 3 different viewing angles or the functionality aspect of the case, then I recommend you check out some of the rugged or more hardcore cases that you can find on Amazon, Best Buy, or the like, and they'll do a great job of protecting your iPad from more than 6 feet. Some of them are rated quite high in terms of protection. But that's it. That's all for this review. Make sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram and or TikTok to stay up to date about any new videos and news about this channel. All right, take care.